I ain't never been in that position. I always knew I was gonna make it. You gotta know. All that doubt, it ain't enough time in the world to doubt yourself. We got 24 hours, right? You gotta sleep for what, 8? I honestly feel like content creators is bigger than the rappers. Yeah, half of the rappers, they really wanna be on this content wave. They hopping on people's streams now. They wanna hop on YouTube, because that's where it's at. We was telling jokes on the Slave Plantation too.
Yeah.
Don't sleep on comedians, y'all. It was hot outside, it was whipping us. As soon as Master got in that house, he was backing on his ass, like for real. I had to stop waiting for things to come to me. I had to go get it. I gotta stop acting like I can't talk to these people. I can't DM this person. I can't email this person. A lot of times we get stuck in our own pride. That was messing me up. Yes, I am in a relationship. I've been in a relationship for like 5 years, bro. She's supportive though. You ever had somebody that be there like up and down? She there when the money come in and she there when the money not there.
Welcome to Personal Perspectives, podcast episode 11. And today's guest really don't need no introduction, but we still gonna give him one. From a top comedian to content creator and also actor and collaborations with different brands like Under Armour, Vonte. How you doing?
Nice to meet you, bro, man. Thanks for having me, bro. Thanks for having me, bro, man. We in the building.
I appreciate you for coming, you know what I'm saying? Sure. It mean a lot for real. You know, you've been one of them ones that been solidified it for years now, you know what I'm saying, to come, and more years to actually come, you know what I'm saying? So definitely appreciate your time and actually having you here for real.
All right, appreciate it.
Okay, so before we even jump into it, I see you got that fashion drip on right now.
Yeah,
looking good, man.
Yeah, Gordy, man, we gotta go like that. You know what I mean? We in Baltimore, right? So we gotta do it the right way.
For sure,
so,
for
you
sure.
know what I mean? Gotta have it on.
Yeah, man.
Sure.
Everything right here looking a little healthy, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I'm taking care of myself.
So my first question is, how's your mental from 1 to 10?
My mental from 1 to 10, I give it about an 8. About an 8. Yeah, it's getting up there. It's getting almost back to the 10 for real.
Why just 8? Why not a 10?
You know what I mean?
You're smiling like a 10.
I mean, you know, we all going through something. I don't care who you is. You going through something, but
Right.
I'll make it back to that 10 though soon though, for real, for real.
Okay.
It's just certain things I want to do and, you know what I mean, accomplish.
Okay.
Right? So, you know, sometimes I be a little too hard on myself.
Mm-hmm.
I got to stop doing that.
Yeah.
About an 8, 8.5.
Yeah.
Right now I'm at a 10 though.
I mean, when you're in motion and you're doing a lot and you back and forth and
Right.
you're traveling the world and you're doing what you're doing, sometimes it might, when you got a lot of stuff going on, you're exposed to more stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what I'm saying? It's more levels, so you're going to naturally be hard on yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because I catch myself in those same things too. You know what I'm saying? But before, you know, we get into the actual interview, what you want to drink, man? What you drinking on?
I know when I say this, a lot of people going to be like, oh my gosh, like what is he doing? But I like to drink Tito's, bro.
Tito's.
I like to drink Tito's. I ain't one like to go with the wave with Don, Julio, and all that. Shout out to Don and all them, but you know, I'm a Tito's guy.
Tito's.
I like Tito's.
So can we bring up some Tito's in, please?
I got the Tito's in there.
Yeah.
Sure enough, they got the Tito's. I'm crying. They sure enough got it.
And
got the Tito's.
And we have an extra cup just in case you don't mix. I stay on the wine. I don't drink.
Okay.
But I do want to make sure my guest is comfortable.
Appreciate that.
We usually got our food sponsor too as well.
Okay.
She not in the day. She got, you know, some other things going on. But a minute, I always bring my guests exactly what they want to drink on. So
I appreciate
that.
It'll
be lit. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate that. Nah, that's real.
But I pull you up. Whenever you just point at your cup, I'll pull.
That's a bet, bro. Appreciate that.
No problem, man. So, oh, man.
You all good? You straight?
I usually don't do that one.
Nah,
Tell me when to stop.
You good right there?
Got the baby all on. That's why it's
nah, you good right there for real.
It's like, nah.
Yeah.
I'll take a quick toast. You can call it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And if you want, I'm gonna pull you up some wine too, just in case you want it.
Yeah, what kind of wine that is right there?
We take pride in not just, you know.
Okay, yeah, they
They gotta pay.
Oh,
But this Zenjoy right here, so this is one of our latest sponsors. Is a tea. Relaxing tea.
Okay, man.
We got lavender right there. This mango, passion fruit.
Oh, that's tough.
And then another mango too as well. But they got a green tea as well.
Oh, that's tough. Relaxation drink.
Yeah, I be.
All right.
You don't see the green teas up here because I be drinking all of them.
Yeah, nah, for real. Oh, all right, yeah.
All right. Take this
toast, man. Toast to you.
To what?
Toast to more life, more wins, more success.
Yes.
You know what I mean? More of it.
a good one right there.
Yeah.
Okay, so first question I have for you is, who is Vonte?
So Vonte's a funny guy, cool guy,
Facts.
a relatable guy,
Right.
a guy that can really like be in a room with anybody and everybody. You know what I mean? We can all have a good time.
Yeah.
But Vonte also was a hustler. He want to be, he want to go further in life. He don't like to stand at the same spot. And then last but not least, he a family man. Love my family, my friends, my homeboys, and all that. Like Vonte be there. Like
Yeah.
that's me for sure.
Okay, I like that. Okay, so
Mhm.
how was it like before and after becoming a comedian in Baltimore?
So before I was a comedian, I was more like an actor. So like I used to do like vlogs and all that. That was cool for real. But after the comedian, like all that, came, it was more like I ain't gonna say pressure, but it was more like I had a purpose. At first, I was just willy nilly. I was just out there just doing my thing. But when I had that actual statement, like you're a comedian, all right. So now I gotta like be funny every day, or I gotta when people see me, I could be at TGI Fridays. Tell a joke, tell a joke. You know what I mean? Like you gotta be, you know what I mean? So you know, yeah, it's good though. I like it though. I like being known as being a comedian though. I like it.
Okay, so you said that you did the vlogs, right?
Mhm.
First, you were more of an actor. So how did you start comedian? And was this always something that you wanted to roll into after, saying that you can act?
Yeah. Well, all right. So when I was younger, my grandfather told me like you gonna be a comedian. I was 5. I'm like, what that is? Like I don't even know what that is. But I used to always just pack with my cousins and all that. And then he's gonna be a comedian. I'm like, nah, I'm ready to be a rapper. I don't care. I want to be like a rapper. I want to be like 50 Cent. But then I'm like, I grew up. I was the class clown for real. And I remember my teachers laugh and all that. And then I'm like, all right, comedian is that. But when I grew up, we had The Wire. And if you from Baltimore, The Wire came out. I want to be on The Wire. I had a vision like, no, they should do it like this, that, and the third. Still want to be a comedian, but I want to be an actor too. So
Right.
shout out to everybody like, Power, BMF, and Raising Cane, like all of that. That was my whole little niche. But being a comedian, that is like second nature. Like it's easy. I look at comedy, that's easy. That's not even a challenge for real. You know?
Okay. Okay. So, How did your family feel when you first started comedian? Like, I mean, being a comedian, getting into the skits, and also content creating too as well.
I mean, my family's more like they don't really like me being fame. Like they don't like the fame stuff. They don't like that. They want me to be more ducked off. Just get them, just get it. You know what I mean? I'm the first one in my family to really be like out there, out there. You know what I mean? Versus my father. But you know what I mean? He did what he did. But I'm the first one on this side to be like popping, and my family don't really know how to take it, type John. But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It is what it is. Like this is my calling. So they ain't really accept it like that for real. I ain't gonna lie. They ain't really accept it like that.
So is it a distance because of that, or is it like a
You could say it's a distance to that, but I feel like more the better word would be it's a misunderstanding.
something?
It's a misunderstanding for
I
real.
like that.
You know what I mean? Like my family, my people, they're a little older or whatever. Like me and my sister though, like we damn near the same age, but like this is a misunderstanding. They think it might, be bad. I look at it like this is good. This is what we need. This is going to get us right. But it's just a misunderstanding for
Okay, cool.
real.
Okay, cool. Okay, so relationships, family,
Mm-hmm.
friends,
Mm-hmm.
like how have they supported you or handled it?
Well, yeah, no, they definitely support me though. Like, whatever I need help, they right there. Like my homeboys, they there. They like, yeah, do this, do that. Don't do that. We will, things like that. Like they'll give you advice. Like you need to start doing this. You feel me? And like my family, they'll be like, just keep going. You know what I mean? This is what you've been doing since you was a kid. Y'all understand this. I've been doing this my whole life. This wasn't like I just started jumping out there like a couple years ago. My whole life, bro. Before I had a beard, before I had all this, I've been doing it. Been doing it since middle school, like. So it'd
Yeah,
be like, yeah, keep going. Keep
yeah,
going. You too deep in it now, like.
yeah.
So yeah.
So the first First time I ever seen you do a skit, it was you and Chef T, and she was shaking, and he was like, you had the bun on. You like, yeah, girl, da 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 da. And then as soon as she turned around, she shaking it. You switch in to a whole different mode.
Whole
You
different
behind.
mode, yeah.
She like, where the hell is
Yeah, Vonte, yeah,
yeah,
which
where
way?
Vonte at? Yeah,
Yeah,
you always flying
yeah,
around. So
yeah,
that was like my first time really saying that.
yeah.
And then from that point on, I was following you from there, and
Mm-hmm.
I just seen you just
Just
slowly
keep
but surely
going.
going. Then
No,
I
for
started
real.
seeing you in the bed with the bonnet on,
Mm-hmm.
and then from there, I started seeing you start selling the bonnets.
Changed my life.
Yeah, so
Changed my life.
I've been watching you for a while. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro.
So yeah,
Yeah,
congratulations on
appreciate that, man.
everything, man.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, for sure. So we spoke on family, right? We
Mm-hmm.
spoke on friends. We spoke on support, right? So speaking on relationships, what we spoke on too as well. This a different type of relationship, though.
Mm-hmm.
Are you in one?
Yes, I am in a relationship. I am. I
Mm,
am. Yeah, I am.
okay,
You put me on the
cool.
hot seat. Why you ask that though?
Huh? I
You
gotta.
put-
I mean, that's what
But
you
nah,
is
I love
though.
my for real. I've been in a relationship for like 5 years, bro. Like
5 years,
it's funny. My girl birthday today, March 21st. Her
and you
birthday.
here,
I'm right here.
so
No
she
bull.
understand the business.
She understand the business. She gonna fly in tomorrow, but I'm here now.
That's love.
When she flying, I got her right.
Yes,
No
that's
bull.
what I'm talking about.
But she support.
Congratulations.
Thank you, brother. She supportive though.
Yeah,
Like you know what I mean. You ever had somebody that be there like up and downs? You
yeah.
know what I mean. She there with the money come in, and she there when the money not there.
I ain't get that yet, so I ain't
Yeah,
gonna say
like you gotta
yeah.
find yourself a chick that's gonna be with you when the money ain't what it was when she met you.
Mm-hmm.
No rap, no for real. Like she's still there, like no rap. Like she gonna be there, bro. She gonna sit up there and be like, all right, come on, let's do this, let's do that, let's try this.
That's fine.
So yeah, for sure.
That's fine. Congratulations, bro.
Yeah, appreciate that.
Nah, for sure.
Nah,
And
for real.
then to be 5 years in it too as well. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, 5 years a long time.
that's congratulations.
Yeah, man. For
You know what I'm
sure.
saying?
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Tough.
For real, you know it ain't easy.
I can't tell you what color drawers I have on yesterday. I'm flat.
Nah, it ain't
But
easy.
so you're in a relationship, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you ducked off. You're your woman, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you see the social media life,
Mm-hmm.
right? And in our culture, a lot of people can't sustain what you have sustained, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, what is your opinion on dating and relationships in these day and times, on the outwards perspective?
Man, that's a good question, man. I feel like dating is risky. You know what I mean? Because you got to compromise and you got to sacrifice, right? Dealing with somebody else, they come from you're not always dating the person, right? You also are dating their past. You're dating they how they was raised, they family and all that. Like when you look at that person, you gotta understand like that person might be damaged. That person might not be who you want them to be. They was raised a different way. And that goes from just not even relationship, but even your friends. Like y'all got different boundaries and different things. So whenever you can finally find a person who y'all can connect with on a level mentally, like, all right, this is what it's gonna be, this is how it's gonna be. But you know, you gotta be careful too. This is the number one thing I'm gonna say is fellas, you know, be careful. When you start getting money, you start getting the success and all that, it's harder. Y'all think it's easier. Yeah, it's easy to find a girl, but it's harder to find a person who really want to be there with you. Like, she really ready to be there. Yeah, you got money, you flashy, yeah. You can get a girl. You can go down the street right now and get a girl, pull up. But if she really ready to be there though, like she probably telling all your business and you can't vent to her. Like she gonna tell your business. So just be careful in those type of regards. But I feel like it's love out there for you though, bro. There's definitely love out there for you.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
facts.
And be picky.
Yeah,
It's cool to be picky.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
Don't just
facts.
settle. Settling gonna have you in court and divorce court and all that. You gonna be on TV and all that. Like, nah, be picky, man. Find your one for real.
I like that. I
No,
like
for
that.
real.
Not only I just needed to hear that, but that's a gem for the world right there.
Nah, for
You know what I'm
real.
saying? So I'm glad you said that, right? So, what adversities have you faced since becoming a public figure?
Adversity. You gonna deal with little slick comments. You gonna deal with that. You gonna deal with people looking at you like you some type of bougie guy. people think I'm bougie. That's an adversity. Like, I'm not a bougie guy. Like, I come through, handle my business. I shake hands with everybody. I don't care who you is. I shake hands with you. But when you get a certain amount of followers, they like, man, this guy think he, but whole time you cool. Another adversity is the industry. The industry they wanna take you and they wanna change you and like fix you up and do this, do that. But you can't really be yourself in the industry. So me, I had an uphill battle because I'm independent, right? I don't got nobody to the money and all that. Everything independent.
Yeah.
So the adversity be there, but other than that, everything is cool. I mean, you know what I mean? Once you pass that mental barrier, you straight. You straight.
I like that.
Good.
I like that. So, what keeps you motivated?
Motivation comes from the younger me. You know what I mean? That younger me, man. I be thinking about when I was in high school, just at the desk. You know what I mean? Thinking like, yo, I'm gonna do this one day. I'm gonna be that one day. Whenever I fall off or slack off, I look at an old picture of me and I be like, how you gonna let him down? You heard me?
Yeah.
That's how I look at it, because I ain't got no kids yet. So I look at the younger me as like, that's my child. How I'm gonna let him down? He had all them dreams and aspirations. Now you this age and you got all this and you gonna let him down? That's crazy. It's wild.
That's hard.
No,
The
for
younger
real.
me. I ain't never heard nobody say that.
Yeah, look at the younger you. Get a picture of you when you was a kid, and I bet it's gonna spark something to you. Like, damn.
I like that. Okay,
Like,
so is comedy a way for you to cope with any life challenges?
yeah, comedy definitely a way to cope, especially when I'm on stage. I wouldn't say too much Instagram or internet, but when I'm on stage, like my homeboys know, like when I be writing, like I might have a show like in 2 months, and I start writing right now. And when I'm writing things that I'm seeing every day. Like I'm jotting them down. And now I'm able to express that, and I can't wait to go on stage because that's like my therapy session. Y'all laughing, but the whole time it's real rap.
Yeah.
Like I said in the beginning, like relatable. It's relatable, bro. Like I've been through this, so it'd be funny. I just make it funny for real. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
hey, it's relatable.
Okay, so have you ever been in a position where you didn't know if you was going to make it?
Never.
Never?
I ain't never been in that position. I always knew I was gonna make it.
I like that.
You gotta know.
You gotta know.
All that doubting, you can't. It ain't enough time in the world to doubt yourself.
I,
What we got? 24 hours, right? You gotta sleep for what, 8?
yeah, I'm just saying this, right? You do have the self doubt, but I'm talking about just like you growing up in environments that we grew up in, right?
Treacherous.
And when you say like I did it for my younger self, right? If most of these things kind of fell into your lap, at what time does it like in that middle period? It got to be a switch there for you to be like, ugh, like, and that's what I feel like. Have you ever dealt with some times we gotta meet? It's like that switch. Like mine was, I'll tell you, right? Mine was, I had two switches, right? So my first switch was the fact that I didn't grow up with my biological parents. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't relatable to a lot of kids in school. But my parents who took care of me was really my great uncles and great aunts. But they really are my biological parents because they had me since they was kids. You can't tell the difference. You feel me? That's my mom. That's my dad. So that was my first switch. So I always had that chip on my shoulder because it was like people coming to the games. They fathers wearing their jerseys. They they mothers feeding a football team, and me it's just like I'm sure I'm out there tackling for anger. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? So that was my
Right.
first switch. And then the second switch was the passing of my mom, which turned me super, super up. That's what made me just like, all right, look, I'm well off to where as though I ain't even I got rules, like real rules. And like if you just don't solidify the rules, then I'm okay with just being alone. What was that switch for you?
All right. I see where you're going. The switch for me was, all right, my father got the same birthday as me. All right. October 3rd. That's my same. Me and him got the same birthday. But he kind of left me hanging when I was like 12. So a lot of people be like, why he be going for the Steelers? Like, all that Pittsburgh, Baltimore. I'm breaking it down for you for real. I'm giving you a picture. I was born in Pittsburgh, but I was raised in Baltimore. Baltimore, that's like my mom. Pittsburgh, father, grandparents, all that. But once I turned 12 and he stopped coming to get me, it did something to me. My father, an entrepreneur, he was popping, all that. He ain't never worked a job that I know. So when I went to Pittsburgh when I was a kid, he got a job. I mean, he got a business. I'm working under him. He started coming to get me. So damn, 12 in 12th grade, I'm about 11 years old. It's a wrap. Ain't no more Pittsburgh.
Oh, 12th grade, you was 11?
12 years old. Sorry, 12 years
12.
old. Cut that out. Yeah, 12. Yeah, 12. I was 12 years old. I was in 6th grade.
I would say
Sorry.
you giving me a Cat Williams interview right now.
Nah.
You know, he said
I'm being for real though.
$3,000. I know you being for real.
Yeah, no. I'm being for real. I'm being for real. I ain't mean to say that.
Yeah.
6th grade. I was 12 years old.
6, yeah.
Right.
Okay.
He started coming to get me. It was over with. Right?
Right.
That turned me up.
Yeah, facts.
I looked up to him. That shit really mean a lot to me, bro. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, that shit
that meant a lot
though, bro.
Imagine your birthday come up and you got the same birthday as your father and he never called you.
He don't call you. Yeah, that's tough.
That shit hard, don't it? That shit hurt. That shit don't hurt though.
See, with me, I just understood my parents were just gone. So, but having your parent in your life and sharing the same birthday, I can see how that turned.
It turned me up.
That's why
I'm here where I am now.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? That's why I'm here.
Yeah.
No bull. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I know I kind of stumbled over that question a little bit, but for people out there who know, they know. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, that's why type on.
Yeah, I mean, shit.
No bull.
We here.
Yeah, we here. I ain't tripping about it. Yeah, I'm a grown man.
Facts.
I'm grown.
Okay, so how did you come up with the skits and make them original? Like, what's the process behind that?
So the process behind the skits is really like, with Vonte's skits would be more so for like I'll be on a date with a chick, or I'll be out, with women, like, and I'll be like, dang, y'all really do that? That's what y'all do? Oh, all right, cool. I'm gonna write that down. I write it like it really come from real life experiences. That's why I be so relatable. It come from real life. Like, you gotta go outside. For example, if I was locked in a cell, I could never do what I did. I wouldn't have the stories, right? Like, I had to go outside. Like, I'm really outside. Okay. So, like, you know what I mean? In Baltimore, growing up, I was always outside. And I seen it. And I'm like, oh, all right, yeah, I'm about to make a skit out of that. That shit, it's too funny.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So, when making content about females, right? How do you feel when people come at your character?
Come at the character?
Yeah, like
the Vonte character?
Yeah, like I be sending your comments. Like,
yeah, they be like,
how they
some
come
people
at your character, like, cause you still a man at the end of the day, and you got a woman at home, but you making the content with the females. Like, how do you feel about that personally when you know that, yo, this is just an entertainment life.
I feel like that ain't really like, it might bother me back then, but once I started making money off it, I don't care. Like, I started selling the bonnets, and again, that was an alley-oop from one of my homeboys. Like, yo, start selling bonnets, yo. I said, what? I was bluffing at first. I started selling them. First day I made what? I made like, it was crazy the first day. I ain't gonna say how much I made. But the first day was like, I said, oh, all right, we got something now. Yeah. We got something for real.
You went from a Honda to a Benz.
Honda to the Benz. That was all me selling bonnets though, for real. And at the end of the day, I feel like anybody out there, like man, female, you gotta know who you are. Like, I know who I am. Like, I know who I am. I know what I do. I know what I like and I don't like. So it's like, I just want to be funny, bro. I'm just trying to be funny for real. I ain't trying, you know what I mean? I'm just trying to be funny for real. So I don't really look at you can't look at the comments, bro. You just gotta post. Yeah. Don't look at the comments. Like, why are you doing that?
Okay. So, what was the first viral video you had? What was your reaction to it?
The first viral video was Bizzle getting better. Bizzle getting better. That was that video. He was on a bike. Bizzle on a bike, he getting better. Now, when I posted the video, I kind of knew it was going to go crazy, though. It went crazy. I woke up the next day, and it had, like, Man, it was like 1 million. Now back then, you know, I'm like 8 years ago, it was like 1 million views. I'm like, oh my gosh. Then when I walked outside, it was like reciting the video, like, oh yeah, Bizzle getting better. That's Bizzle. Ooh, Bizzle getting better. I started making merch and all that. It felt good. It really did feel good. I've been making videos my whole life. I'm like, oh, all right. That video went crazy. And I ain't gonna lie, that video went crazy. To this day, though, like, that's what they say. They call me Bizzle. Like, it's crazy.
Okay, so
No cap.
who is your top 5 comedians?
Thank you. Glad you asked me that. I'm glad you asked me that question. That was yeah, I like that. So, my top 5 comedians, dead or alive, or like right now? Dead or alive?
Bro,
all right.
Who your top 5?
Top 5.
Hold on. Don't cover your face when you say this.
Oh, yeah, what's up?
There you go.
All right, cool. Top 5. We're going to go Cat Williams.
Cat.
Gotta be in your top 5.
Okay.
Martin.
Okay.
Top 5. Chris Tucker. Top 5. That's 3 right there.
I can see that.
Chris Tucker, I mean, come on. You got Rush Hour. You got Money. You got all that. Then you got, I gotta go, Bernie Mac. Bernie Mac is a different breed.
So
Bernie Mac is, yeah, Bernie
You're a real
Mac.
comedian.
Huh?
You're a real comedian.
Yeah, Bernie Mac, different breed. Then lastly, at the final spot, woo, might have to say,
Be my best friend. Go ahead.
I'm gonna say Eddie Murphy. Eddie's a legend, bro. Like Eddie Murphy, yeah, we gotta do that right.
You did it.
Eddie Murphy's a legend. We gotta go Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy is a legend. A lot of different clips, and he put that work in. Eddie Murphy gotta be there. You know what I mean? Like,
I asked you that, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going Eddie first, Bernie second, Richard Pryor third,
Richard Pryor.
Cat Williams.
Yeah, got to.
And my last one was I'm gonna go Martin. I know a lot of people ain't really doing it, but I did. I watched all his movies, all his Netflix specials.
Martin is different.
I'm gonna go Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart. That's not.
I like what he do with the community too. Like, you know, when
the
popping out. Even though I know it's beneficial for him too as well. Yeah. We know it, but he still do it though. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
Kevin Hart funny.
So when you said Eddie and you said Bernie Mac,
yeah, come on, those two right there, like
especially leather jacket Eddie.
Come on, wear a jacket. Come on, Raw. Yeah. Come on, bro. 92. Come on, bro. We can't. You know what I mean? I'm surprised when he asked who you know, some of my favorite comedians right now.
Oh, who is they?
Yeah, like right now, today.
Yeah, that's cool.
You know what I mean? They always be like, Vonte, you don't follow nobody, you don't show nobody no love. I'm going to show love to these people right here, though. Got to show love to Jack Funny.
Okay.
Jack Funny from Detroit. Funny guy. T-Rags is killing the game.
I heard it, T-Rags.
T-Rags is killing the game. You carry, he know. T-Rags killing the game. Then I'm going to go, I'm going to give a shout out to Desi Banks. I'm going to give a shout out to Desi. I ain't going to lie. I'm going to give a shout out to Desi. I'm going to give a shout out to Desi. I like Drewski's skits. Shout out to Drewski. Shout out to Drewski for sure.
Could have been love. We just had Tyler on here.
So. Yeah, for sure. And then it's a guy out in New York called D1 Pop. D1 Pop, you gotta check him out. He popping, he going crazy. But yeah, those my top 5 right now, like in today's era. Like, you know, they keep doing what they doing.
Yeah, I like that. Sure. I even like the fact that you just shouted them out. You know what I'm
saying?
Yeah,
no, for real, cause we in the same room right now.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not in the room with Eddie. No, you know, Eddie, that was 20, 30 years ago.
Yeah.
I'm going to give a shout out to people that's in my room.
Yeah.
That's right here.
I like them Wayne brothers too, though.
Ooh, the Wayne brothers. Yes.
Wayne brothers.
No, for real. That was the one, Sean and Marlon.
Yep. Okay. So, should influencers be considered celebrities? And would you consider yourself as a celebrity?
It's all about what you consider. Because, yeah, I mean, if you consider a celebrity somebody who walk outside and people recognize you, I mean, I feel like, yeah. I honestly feel like social content creators is bigger than the rappers. We bigger than them. What y'all like about the rappers so much? The jewelry?
Nah.
The chain and the watches and all that?
I'm not really on it
yeah.
I ain't really on the rappers like that.
Right. See, I ain't even talking. Yeah, I ain't just talking to you. I'm talking to everybody out there that's watching this. Yeah. All my followers and all your followers. Yeah. Content creators are winning.
Yeah,
It's a brand new world.
Hey,
It is 2025. Content creators are winning. Half the people that y'all look at want to be rappers. They really right now. I ain't gonna get it. I ain't gonna tell you. He said that.
Half of
but
not all of them.
Yeah, not all of them.
Not all.
But half of the rappers, they really want to be on this content wave. They hopping on people's streams now. They want to hop on YouTube. They trying like, oh, because that's where it's at.
I think with the rap thing, and I think why a lot of people will never leave the rap world is because I feel like the rap world is like, it's more like through frequencies, it's more spiritual. I think that's a spiritual connection. Since, think about it, bro, even back then when we talk about culture, they said during slavery time, you know what I'm saying, they had the people outside that's dancing and stuff on the plantation. Then you go before that, you look at the tribes, they was beating on
They was beating on me. Yeah, so it's always gonna be some type of cultural balance in that. It's cultural. Yeah, it's definitely cultural. Yeah. But we was telling jokes on the slave plantations too.
Yeah.
Don't sleep on comedians, y'all. We was telling jokes out there too. It was hot outside. It was whipping us. We was telling jokes.
What you think? What you think a joke was?
I mean, a joke would. I was what they was talking about joke wise, but we was out there telling jokes too, man. For real. As soon as Master got in that house, he was getting on his ass. He was backing on his ass, like for real.
Okay.
His wife looked crazy.
Okay. If you weren't doing comedy, what was next for you?
So if I didn't do comedy, what was next for me? If I didn't do comedy, what was next for me though? I always been like a business person though. I always wanted to like have my own business. So I probably would have, jumped in the field as, having like a CD, not even a CDL. I ain't gonna say no CDL. I would have did something more so like have my own business as being like towing, trucking, things like that. My father, he had a business and he had a cleaning business. So like all the buildings downtown in Pittsburgh, he had people cleaning them type joints. So it's like he ain't had any touching nothing. All them skyscrapers you see in Pittsburgh, my father had the #1 business. They was all getting cleaned. All he had to do was just sit back and chill. He was getting bags. So I probably would have followed that, you know what I mean? Follow my uncle or something like that. But I would have always been lit.
Right.
Whether you knew me who I was or not, like it would have been lit though.
Facts.
Me and my family.
Facts. Okay, so earlier you spoke about, you was telling the people that, people think you bougie and different stuff like that, right? Mm-hmm. You already spoke on that, so we're going to put that to the side, right? Mm-hmm. What's a misconception that people that people have about you?
A misconception that people have about me?
Yes.
They think I'm mean.
Oh.
People think I'm mean, bro. People think I'm mean. People think I'm like unapproachable. People think like that though, for real. Like, only in Baltimore though. Like out of town, people they cool with it. But in Baltimore, people be thinking like I'm like, they walk up to me, I might be a little mean or I might be a little aggressive. My bad. I might be a little mean or a little aggressive, but that's not me though. Like I'm really a cool dude, for real. Okay. Really a cool, calm guy.
Okay, so what was one of the biggest life lessons or advice that you had to change in your perspective?
I had to stop waiting for things to come to me. I had to go get it. I gotta stop acting like I can't talk to these people. I can't DM this person. I can't email this person. A lot of times we get stuck in our own pride. And I'm just like, that was messing me up. I'm over here like, dang, yo. It's funny you said that too, because about 2 weeks ago, we was in D.C., a couple of my homeboys in the car, and I was telling one of my mans, like, my biggest problem in life was too much pride. Like, I wish I was able to DM you and be like, yo, let's work. I wish I was able to pull up on you and be like, yo, come on, let's get busy. Pause. Type,
Yeah.
Pause that. But like, I wish I was able to like pull up on you and be like, yo, let's get some money.
No, real.
Let's get some money together. Like, you know what I mean? I had so much pride. Like, man, I ain't ready to DM yo. I ain't DMing yo. If they don't DM me back, it's gonna look like I'm thirsty.
Right.
But then you get older and you be like, thirsty? Only person that's gonna look at you like you thirsty is people who really not getting busy. Like, they not getting no money. Any real hustler would know you gotta do this.
Yeah.
That's real hustler. You hustling, how you not talking to nobody and you hustling?
Yeah, I had to DM you to get you to come on here.
That's what I'm saying. And it was easy.
Yeah.
It wasn't even no type of, like, you go through 5, 10 people.
Yeah.
So it's like, you gotta do that. So I had to learn that, like, bro, come on, man.
Yeah.
Go in and DM them people. That was my biggest thing, though, for real.
And I actually appreciate you for really coming on, bro.
No,
Like,
for real.
sure.
No bull.
And it wasn't hard. Like, I ain't saying this for the cameras. It literally was, bro. And you like, hey, look, you really want to get on last week.
Mm-hmm.
The first time he came, you're like, bro, let's catch it while we here.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I was like, bro, the questions be, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Yeah, but I really do appreciate you for getting on here. So I want to be like one of the first ones to say, it wasn't, I ain't had to go through nobody.
Yeah,
I came
straight to me,
straight to you. So I appreciate that, bro.
Already, bro.
Okay, so do you always feel like you have to be funny?
Well, that's a good question. That's the second question you asked me. That was like a good one. You're like, but I had to really think about it.
I want to let you know, right? I tell all my guests before they come on, you in a hot seat.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be some questions where you're in a hot seat.
Nah, facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Do I feel like I gotta always be funny? The easy answer would be, it depends on the environment I'm in, right? If I pop up on you in a comedy show, or if I pop up on you somewhere where it's a social environment, yeah, I probably gotta be funny. You might want to see me smiling and all that. But if I'm like doing my hood vlogs, they not really, they more so like, this be real.
Yeah.
Be you.
Yeah.
You hear me? Like, this don't even, I don't care you being funny, Vonte. Yeah. We up the village. You ain't gotta be a comedian. This be real. Yeah. Don't ask me to wow nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I feel like it's beneficial to be funny. It's more beneficial. Yeah. Because if you funny when they see you, they really gonna love you. Mm-hmm. You gotta think, most of the people only gonna see you one time. All these followers, you getting all these views, you getting 100,000, million views, brother. Most of them people, when they see you, that's the only time. It might be in the airport. You just walking through. You might be a layover. You somewhere in Denver. They see you. You ain't gonna be funny? You not gonna smile? Yeah. You gonna be tough right there in Denver, right? You gonna be, come on, man. Come on, man. No, you can't do that. Yeah. Because that's how they gonna remember you, type joint. So you gotta, it just depends on where the joint at for real. I can't be too funny in the hood. They gonna take you as a goofy and they gonna rob you. No bull, I ain't getting robbed. They gonna take you as a goofy.
Okay. If you had a theme song for your life, what would it be and why?
A theme song for my life. Alright, dang, yo, how you do that, yo? A theme song for my life. What would it be? It'll be what's that song about Sam Cooke? I was born by the river in a little tent. Just like the river. I'll probably go Sam Cooke on him. Or if you want to do real life, I'll probably go 50 Cent Hustler Ambition.
Okay.
50 Cent Hustler Ambition.
Wow.
Both of them. Because 50 made me really want to be a hustler. Like, 50 really made me want to be a hustler. And Sam Cooke made me really want to think about my family and where I came from. And just about the roots. Y'all don't be knowing what the roots y'all came from. That's the problem with black people now. Y'all know where y'all came from. So, it'd be like, both of them. 50, Sam Cooke. 50 and Sam Cooke. 50 and Sam Cooke.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Your foot. Okay. So, what's some controversial topics that you would want to make for skits and jokes?
That's dangerous. That's dangerous. You know that's dangerous, right? You know they be on me. I'm going to give you something light. I ain't going to go crazy.
Fix yourself, though, while you're down there. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, wait.
Just the rub.
Oh, the rub. Or my nigga. All right, controversial topic. It's dangerous. Controversial, I'm going to go.
I'm going to lean in with you. Here we go.
Controversial, I'm going to go a controversial topic that I can say.
How you going to lean back when I say I'm going to lean
No. I just got to, because we on camera, I got to make sure I don't say nothing crazy.
Okay.
Something controversial would be, I don't believe that a man that got a sexual transition or whatever can play women's sports. I don't like that. I don't think that's real. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you a man and you playing, like, you versing women. I don't like that. They just passed the law, though. You can't do that no more. Because say if, like, a man really playing basketball against a girl, but he can do that because he portraying as a female.
Right.
I don't like that.
He out there dunking.
He out there dunking on Shorty. Yo out there, getting the ball. He banging on Shorty. Like, I don't like that. Because what if I have a daughter and she really got to go up against a man that, you know what I mean? Like, in 10 years, she really might got to go against a guy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's fair. And that might be controversial, but I don't think that's fair, man. Let the women do the women, let the men do the men, and, you know what I mean? Because what if it come to boxing?
So what happened to those middle people? It does. To me, it exists in your own right. You know, we all family through God and stuff. And I have a lot of friends that consider themselves as what they consider themselves, and I respect that.
Right.
And we both respect that.
I respect that. Nah, for real.
But what happened to them people after they already made that decision for themselves? Like,
that's what I'm saying. Nah, for real. Like,
so should we make them their own sport, or
they should be their own sport?
Still human beings at the end.
Like, I'm not saying not do your thing, but just come on, bro.
So you saying
you grown, bro? You a grown man.
So what happens? Let me know this then. So what happens when you grow up in that lifestyle, and you know when you grew up around too many women, and that's what you was seen, you was molded into that. How do you remasculate that person? I mean, I know it's always there, it's just a switch, but if they never go through that switch, how do you put them back in that space when they see themselves from the beginning of time as that? So do we make them their own sports, or because we still human, so we still have to figure a way out.
And we still gotta respect everybody for what they want to do, bro. So if you want to do that, be that. If you don't, you don't. It should be something in the middle where it's like y'all can just do that in the middle. Yeah. You know me, be fair with it. I don't think that a grown man should be arm wrestling with the women.
No, facts. I don't.
It just doesn't make sense. Yeah. Like I can, come on, bro. Like different, so. It's just genetically. Like it's genetics, bro. Like you said, it's physically genetics. Yeah. It's physicality. Like, bro, there's no way you're telling me if a guy boxes a woman, he's gonna lose to that woman. Yeah. I mean, he might. Who knows? But it's just not fair. I'm thinking about when I have a daughter, and they be like, "Yeah, you gotta go against Chris," and I look at Chris, and I'm like, "Oh no, that ain't Chris."
Yeah, you going against me.
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, hold on. They be like, "Yeah, that's Christina." Right. No, that's not Christina.
Okay, I like that.
Christopher.
What started the Hood Vlogs and what inspired that?
All right, so the Hood Vlogs. I'm glad you asked that. The Hood Vlogs, man. So the Hood Vlog started 2024, 23. Yeah, one of them years. And pretty much it started from me wanting to give people in Baltimore a platform to talk about, but they want to talk about majority about their neighborhood. We going through neighborhoods, right? That's what started it. It took off. It went crazy. Like, it started going. The first Hood Vlog, if people remember, I was by myself. I was just showing people around the country, like, what's the worst parts of Baltimore. And I went to all the worst part of the country. I mean, part of Baltimore. But the best thing about the Hood Vlogs was it was giving people a voice. It was giving everybody a voice. Like, all right, cool, let's do this, then that, third. Now I see a lot of people doing them Hood Vlogs. And I love it. I love it. This camera on me? Yeah. All right. I love it. I sound like what you call. Is this camera? I love everybody doing the Hood Vlogs. I love it. I love it. It's just like,
Get those flowers.
Just give me the flowers, bro. I'm glad. Like, just give me my flowers, bro. Like, for real, bro. I was one of them first ones to really go through the hood. Me and my homeboys interviewing complete strangers. Interviewing them, just getting their story. It wasn't about getting views. It was about getting y'all's story. Don't worry. You know what I mean?
Don't worry about it. This is what that platform is for.
Alrighty. No, for real, bro. For real. Like, It wasn't because you was a rapper. It wasn't because you was popping. We was coming through your hood. It was people that had like 3,000 followers. Nobody knew who they was. We was just coming down there to get your story, and that's what it was. Like,
Okay.
for real.
Okay. So we seen you do collaborations with Under Armour, right? In the commercial. How did even like did that come about?
Yeah, so Under Armour, nah, shout out to Under Armour, man. It was, they had came, they emailed me. It was the video I made about, I made a viral video. I'm from Baltimore, man. Of course you do this. So I'm from Baltimore, I did that video, and that's the video they went off, right? So that's what the Under Armour video was. When I said I'm from Baltimore, but we switched it when we was in LA. We made it so I'm from the city, and man, it was a great experience. Under Armour has been one of the most professional brands that I really work with, though. Like, they make sure you right, fly you. You know what I mean? They get you right. Everything they do, man. They definitely, that was definitely a great experience. And then when I posted it, I was taking a nap, right? I'm taking a nap. They hit me in an email like, "Yo, what's up? It's up. It's up." I'm like, "Oh." I'm like, "Oh, this the oh." I posted, man. 3 hours later, man, it went crazy. They went crazy with that commercial. That went crazy. A lot of celebrities and everybody was like, "Yeah." So
Okay, I like
humble,
that. I like
humble,
that. Okay, cool. So
humble.
when we talk about hustle culture, right? Do you believe it's toxic or is it needed for success?
Hustle culture,
Yes.
it's needed. You gotta hustle. You gotta hustle. You gotta wake up, figure it out. You know what I mean? Don't not come to a sleeper but a dream. You gotta get up. For real, you can dream all day. You know what I mean? It's called a dream because it ain't real. You can make them dreams reality. Gotta get up, man, for real.
Like that.
I don't care if it's 5, 6, 7 in the morning. Get up and live, bro.
Okay, so do you think black men are more feared or misunderstood in society?
Man, damn, that's almost both ways. But I feel like fair or misunderstood. We more fair. We more fair because we're not understood. Black people, listen, definitely black men. You walk down that street, everybody fearing you. Don't have all black on. Don't have that ski mask on. They gonna fear you. Whole time he a good kid. He a good kid. But y'all look at him like, oh yeah, he got dreads, or he got braids, or he just black, or whatever. He might have some money, and you think he a dealer.
Right.
Like, you feel me? I feel like we just more fed. People be scared of us, yo. Like, why y'all so? We scared of each other though. Why? Why we so scared of each other?
But
He ain't even do nothing to you.
I will have to say, when I see somebody in some black Air Forces, bro,
Nah, for
that's a
real.
little different.
Yeah.
You
You
can have
gonna,
some white Air Forces on with all black and ski masks.
yeah.
I might still look at you,
Like,
but I know what
he
past
might
you.
mean good.
But
But with the all black Air Forces, he on
you
that
some,
Air Force, the all black Air Forces.
you on some
But
BS.
no, but yeah, but say if that's what he want to wear though. Like he like them.
And for a long period of time, right?
Yo, that's crazy, man.
and for a long period of time, I was not riding with people who wear black socks.
Okay.
You
Yeah,
just
black
like I just
socks.
in your collection,
Okay.
they just all black. One of my
Yeah.
best friends to today's time, he know who he is.
Yeah.
I used to just be like, "Yo, come on,
Yeah.
let's get it
Black
right."
socks.
And he like,
For real.
"Nah, I'm in that mode." But he wasn't even on no BS. It was just him, just nah, like he was standing on business, black socks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So lately, when you see me in black socks, it was inspired by him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Giving
nah,
niggas
for real.
flaws. You know what I'm saying? And he an R&B singer, so we got black socks on R&B.
Yeah, that kind of is a little mismatch, a little bit,
Oh,
a little bit. I see where you going, man.
yeah. So, but yeah, no, definitely though. You said you feel like misunderstood more.
I mean, I feel like we feared though, bro. Like I feel like we really feared, bro. Like for real. Like I feel like we scared of each other. They already scared of us. You go down Fells Point. I ain't gonna say Fells Point. You just go down any place where it's predominantly a different culture and you're black. They're gonna look at you like, oh my gosh. They might think you're gonna rob them. Like everybody be so scared. You walk to the hood. Don't even walk to the hood right now and you black. They scared of you. That's why they clutching. They like, what? Who am? Bro, I'm just trying to get a chicken box, bro. Like, I'm not even doing that. What the like, I'm not even got no.
I'm fresh.
They be scared, bro. People be really scared of us. For
Okay.
real.
Okay, so I saw the other day, right? You
Mm-hmm.
posted, I just wanted to travel the world, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do travel mean to you?
Travel me out, explore.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to explore, bro.
What's some
I'm
different
trying to get up
places?
out of here. Go to different places. I'm trying to go out. I got my passport. I'm trying to go out.
Where?
Bro, Aruba,
I just
Punta
came.
Cana,
I went there last year.
even this Cancun, Africa.
Last year.
You know what I mean? Definitely, man. I'm just trying to Tokyo,
Last
get
year.
on them little go-karts in Tokyo, man. Like, I'm trying to explore, bro. Like, even this domestic, Hawaii, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? I'm trying to go to the Bahamas. Even this domestic.
Yeah.
I'm trying to just move, bro.
Yeah.
Trying to move around. I'm tired of seeing row houses.
Yeah.
You get tired of seeing it. You get tired of seeing. Like, I live in Atlanta, but you get tired of seeing that. Tired of eating fried chicken.
I mean, I'm in
Like,
Alpharetta. You know, I'm a little farther up, but
okay, oh yeah, a little
you know
farther.
what I'm saying? Up
Okay,
north,
all
so
right.
a little different, but you know.
You ain't too far. I ain't gonna say where I live, but you ain't too far. I
Yeah.
know. Little
Yeah.
bougie areas. Them little bougie areas. I understand. But
Yeah.
no, for real.
Yeah. So you said Aruba. I went to
Yeah.
Aruba last year.
Mm-hmm.
I went on like a 48 day tour. So I went from
48 days?
South America to Africa to Amsterdam, UK, and then we went to, I said Africa already, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And then we went to Tokyo.
Mm.
Tokyo too as well. And then we came back and went to Curacao.
Mm.
Back to South America, yeah. So
Man, you should have vlogged that.
you gotta, I did. I got some footage. I'll show you after.
Yeah.
I definitely got some footage, but definitely, bro, knock them down. Africa, bro, it's different. It's like it's a culture. I don't believe I'm from Africa. You feel me? Cause when I go to South America, oh man, that's my playground.
Mm.
And they look like us.
Mm.
Like they look like us, bro.
Mm.
I learned from a guy in South America, right in Curacao. He looked like my grandfather.
Mm.
So I tell him, I'm like, yeah, you know. So he get to running me the history down. So he like, yo, look. When they say that Christopher Columbus discovered America, he never even made it to North America. He only made it to South America. So when he said like, and then when the North America, when the slave trade started happening, and they was coming from the Western hemisphere, which
yeah.
West Coast
Yeah.
to the East Coast, they wasn't just traveling down south, which is Georgia and North Carolina, all you know what I'm saying, and the Miamis and all that. They were traveling to South America.
Mm.
So that's why they look like us. So I'm like, yo.
That makes sense.
So I'm like, cause this one dude looked at just like me. I thought I was special. You know, I thought I was one of a kind. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, bro, definitely get out and travel, and then rock with the locals too, bro.
Okay.
Like they'll love you. Like don't get the scarcity mindset of what the U.S. try to put on camera. Like they be like, oh, Russia don't like. Well, I don't know about Russia. I ain't been there yet.
Yeah.
But they be like, this place don't like you. That place don't like you. And when you go meet the citizens and the people, the locals, bro, they love you, bro. Only thing I can say is the Jamaicans. They not mean people.
Yeah.
They just naturally just like that.
Yeah.
I swear, you know what I'm saying? You just gotta spot a conversation with them, they gonna talk to you for hours. So yeah, but once you navigate through it, bro, you're gonna love it, bro. Trust me. Africa, Tokyo, Aruba, you have the right mindset, you gotta go, bro. I'm expecting that.
Yeah.
You know
I got you.
I'm expecting that.
For sure.
Yeah.
Definitely going out there.
Okay, cool, right? So what roles does faith or spirituality play in your life?
Spirituality is everything. Like, it's all in the spirit. It's all in the, you know what I mean? All in the temple. That's why I had to, like, find myself. Like, I try. Not only did I slow down on drinking and all that, just because, you know, it's just not good for your body. But I try to slow down on cussing, too. Like, you know, like, use different words and all that. You know what I mean? Like, spirituality, you know what I mean? Like, just trying to be one with, you know, within myself type joint. You know what I mean? When you get older, like I said, like with Chris Tucker, right? They love him when he played on Friday. He was smoking weed. That was his thing. Like, he was smoking. He got older and was like, I can't do that. It's spiritual. You know what I mean? Like, it's just certain ways I want to portray myself. I'm not trying to go on Instagram, you know, in a car with a bottle in there, or like just being in the club getting this all crazy stuff. Now, that is my birthday I'm celebrating, but I ain't trying to be seen every weekend on Instagram drinking. I don't like that. Spiritually, just physically, I ain't really, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So spiritually, I just feel like I'm just trying to do better for myself and just trying to, reach the next level in spirituality. Not even just in career, success, Hollywood and all that. We forgetting about us. We gotta grow in that. It's two different worlds. It's, reality and it's this fantasy world that Hollywood and stuff and all that. So,
Okay, I like that. Okay, so do you feel like it's a responsibility to give back or uplift your community?
For sure. It's definitely a responsibility because it's like you made it. The people picked you. They chose you.
Mm-hmm.
For real. You ain't choose yourself. The people chose you. Everybody gathered around and said, all right, he funny. Or this person can rap. Or I like their podcast. I like these people pictures. They all gathered around you. You ain't never give back. It's crazy. You ain't never come back to your city. Now, as comedians, I could say, but I wouldn't on your platform. It's a big, it's gonna be a lot of people. But it's people who made it out of Baltimore that never came back. Who never thought to say yo, y'all popping, yo, I'm gonna go get y'all. They don't never say nothing to us. Right?
Right.
They don't say nothing. So it's very important to come back and help people. Helping somebody isn't going to take away from you.
At all.
At all. It's like a candle. You light a candle, you burn the other one. This candle's still lit. It ain't taking nothing away from you from helping somebody. I'm going to try this wine out, though. Like grape juice.
Go ahead.
I ain't going to say what I think it smells like. Let me try it out. That's good. That's cool.
That's cool.
I ain't going to say nothing. That's cool. That's all right. It's cool.
Okay.
That's cool. That's cool.
Okay. So, how do you feel about a 9 to 5, and would you date somebody who has a 9 to 5?
All right. So I feel like 9 to 5 is you gotta do what you gotta do. I feel like having 9 to 5 is better than being broke. I'll tell you that. No bull. But I do feel like being 9 to 5 should be a temporary thing, though. If I'm dating somebody, save your checks up and you can invest in yourself. That's what I did. I had a 9 to 5 for 7, 8 years straight. Invest in yourself. Ain't nothing wrong with working 9 to 5 though. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Shoot, for real. The way this economy looking, shoot, you feel me? Ain't too many people that's far away from not getting on Indeed. Get the 9 to 5. Get your money right. Cause ain't nothing funny about being broke. There ain't even no joke you can say. I'd rather work a 9 to 5 if I be crashed out. But take them checks, invest in yourself, learn, go to school, get a trade, certifications. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Be yourself, man, for real.
I like that.
No, for
I like
real.
that, for real. Okay. So you spoke on a 9 to 5, right?
Mm-hmm.
And dating somebody with a 9 to 5, right? Mm-hmm. So how do you feel about going 50-50 when dating? And you in that hot seat?
Yeah. So, all right. All right. 50-50 cool. It just depends on y'all circumstances. Y'all knew what y'all was. It depends. Would I want to go 50-50 with my girl? No. I don't think no man wants to go 50-50. We men, we want to be providers. We trying man, baby, you ain't got to do all that. Man, But reality is reality. We living in it's up and down. Your mans might not have it right now. That don't mean he not a man. That don't mean he not a good guy. That don't mean he not a provider. He just it's hard for him right now. It's a little, he on a slope. You know what I mean? So I feel like
or he betting on himself.
That's what I'm saying. Or he betting on himself. A lot of women don't understand that. Yeah, I can go 50-50, but that other 50, I can put behind me.
And make it 100.
And make it you know what I'm saying? I can put this behind me. I got this going. Let me throw this money right here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And she, if she love you, bro, she gonna follow that. All right. But be real. Be realistic, yo, bro. You 35, you trying to be a rapper. She not gonna go for that, bro. You trying to be a rapper, you trying to be the next Jabberwocky, you trying to dance and all that. You 34, all right, hold on. We gotta be real, but I feel like 50-50 is definitely cool as far as y'all on the same page. But at the end of the day, understand that a man should be providing though. For real. I don't want my girl working and lifting a finger. Just like you don't want your mother lifting a finger.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's your female, right? You love her, right? Like, come on, that's your shorty.
So you said you're a 35-year-old rapper, you should be a human hanger.
Anything at the 35, bro, stop trying to be a rapper. Stop trying to be famous on the gram, bro. It's other ways to make money. You can still be rich. You should not be trying to be famous at 40. Like, bro, oh, that's the famous 40-year-old guy. Like, bro, it shouldn't be like that, bro. Like, you want to walk through Towson and everybody stop you and be asked for a picture at 41?
But bro, 40 is not old though. It's just where we from.
40 is not old, but it's too old for you to be being famous. It's just too old. You can get money, bro. Just be rich. You think that why in black society we feel like we gotta be famous to get money or be accepted?
No,
white people, they can be, listen, white people be rich at 40. They cool. You don't gotta know him. Ben, Alex, or whatever, you good. Black people feel like, nah, yo, I gotta get these followers or I'm nobody. Bro, no, bro. Just chill. Just get some money, bro. You cool. It's cool. Stop playing the young man game, bro. For real. I ain't saying 40 years old. It's not old. Too old to be chasing being a rapper, though.
I'm taking everything that come with it.
Hey, man, if you want to be the first rapper that go viral with a gray beard
I'm an 80.
and go platinum.
I'm on my, what my man, I just seen my man in the hotel in New York. I'm on my Flavor Flav.
How would your shows look? Like, who's going to be in the audience? You're 38. How would it be in the audience? Like, who's going to be there? All the young people are going to be at...
All the old heads.
They at the other spots, man. They not there.
So you don't think right now the older generation is flip-flopping? Like, the younger generation, we were... You know, we still lit, don't get it wrong, but you starting to see a lot of older people outside right now. Like,
they outside for sure.
So they in my crowd where I'm...
No, they outside. They outside. But you rapping though.
Huh?
Not you. But somebody rapping. I'm gonna pop outside at 40. But I'm not about to pop outside to hear you rap at 40. No. So you need to have like a brunch. You need to be having something like a get together at the church. You need to be having something like that.
So what about...
I'm not going down Norman's. I'm not going down Oasis. You 40.
I got it.
I'm not going down there.
So you're not going to a Future concert?
Future is one of the exceptions. Future not 40 yet, he 38. All right, that's like LeBron. Future is the LeBron of rap. Future is the LeBron. LeBron 40. Right. Future has been around for, come on, man. Future different. That's a different ballgame. He different. That's different. Gotti cool, but Gotti more set up. He cool. He all right. He got artists. He got Doug. He got ESTG. He got Glorilla. He cool. He can just pop in, boom. You know what I mean? Pause. Yeah. So he can just go what he gotta do.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah, but you starting to rap at 40?
Yeah.
You just starting?
I was thinking about starting around like 35, but you just kind of squashed that for me. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's cool.
35 sound like lies.
That was my next...
Anything you say after 35 sound like lies. I don't even want to believe it on 35-year-old.
That was the next phase of my life.
Yeah, I don't believe in that.
No, I don't believe it.
I ain't believing on 35-year-old. He didn't say anything at this point. He trying to get on. No, man.
Okay, so we ready to hit the speed round, right?
All right, bet.
Gotta go there. That's the buzzer. You ain't got one of those.
Oh, I'm about to say, I looked over there like... What?
That's the into the speed round. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so the speed round is keep or delete, right?
Keep or delete.
Yeah, you got to keep one, you got to delete one, right?
Okay.
But as I ask you one or the other, you have to actually say, I'm keeping such and such, and I'm deleting such and such. Okay. Right? So, you ready? You want to take a shot? You want to take a drink?
I'm straight. I'm ready.
Okay, cool. So, Bernie Mac or Dave Chappelle?
Bernie Mac. Bernie Mac.
Keep it or you deleting? Which one? You have to say it after.
I'm going to keep Bernie Mac.
And you going?
Delete Dave Chappelle.
There we go.
And shout out Dave, though.
Hood vlogs or skits?
I'm keeping the hood vlogs. I leave the skits. That's tough, ain't it? Yeah.
Okay.
Hood vlogs different.
Stand-up comedy or commercials?
I'm keeping stand-up comedy. I'm still one of them ones.
You.
I'm a 90s baby. I'm deleting the skits.
Okay. Baltimore or Atlanta?
Man, come on. I'm going to keep Baltimore, delete Atlanta.
Okay, cool. So, the cruddy or the braids?
Keep the braids, leave the cruddy.
Mm,
Yeah, I'm going
okay.
to keep the braids.
So, travel for free or going viral every time you post?
Whew. Going viral every time I post. Travel for free, you can keep it. Every time I post, keep that.
And then,
Viral. And then leave the traveling for free.
okay, cool. So, Instagram or TikTok?
Keep TikTok. Leave Instagram.
Okay.
TikTok pay.
Okay, BBLs or natural bodies?
Oh, natural bodies. Forever. Leave the BBLs out the way.
Okay, dark skinned girls or light skinned girls?
Come on, man. What? Come on. Yo.
Yeah, don't look
Yo,
back.
yo,
Don't look over your shoulder.
yo.
You cannot avoid this speed round.
Yo, crazy, yo.
Yeah.
Keep the dark skins. Leave the light skins.
Okay.
I ain't finna go out like this shit. I ain't going out like them. Go ahead. I ain't going out like them.
I mean, that's the end of the speed round, right? So, I usually tell people like which ones I thought that I expect you to actually keep, right? I thought you was gonna keep skips,
Okay.
and I definitely thought you was gonna keep the cruddy because I seen you was rock with the cruddy. For
I had
a
a
long
cruddy
time.
for a little minute. I ain't gonna lie. But I had my
Yeah.
braids too, though.
And I definitely thought you was gonna keep traveling for free because you spoke on that you just want to travel the world, but
Yeah, but going viral every time
Right.
is crazy. You going travel.
and that's some money.
Yeah, viral. You going move around. You keep going viral every time you post.
Okay.
Yeah, you going move around. They gonna pay for it.
Yeah, so 70%.
Yeah, that's cool. That's straight.
That's cool. That's cool.
That's
okay.
cool. That's decent though.
Okay,
I like
cool.
that.
So I appreciate you for coming on.
For
Right?
sure, bro.
This is your camera right here. So do you have anything to promote and some good words of advice for someone that want to come up or that looks at, that's inspired by you? What's some advice that you would want to give to them?
First thing, anybody that just giving y'all advice. Anybody out there who want to do comedy, be a content creator or anything like that. The first thing you gotta have is confidence. The internet might try to break you down one day. You up there right now, but they might try to break you down one day. You never know. Also, be authentic, be original. Don't be stealing. Don't be trying to be somebody else. It's cool to be influenced, but have your own lane. Do your own thing. And then lastly, I say, like, don't look at the followers. Don't look at the comments. Look at your production. What is you doing every day? Like, is you trying, or you just trying, like, hit a home run? You know what I mean? Like, you trying to hit a home run. You're not really trying, like, break it down and get there. Like, you know what I mean? You try to go for the long run. Like, I feel like people just got to focus on just day by day versus trying to get viral in a week and get famous and rich in a week. They don't even work like that. I've been doing this for almost 12 years, about 12, 15 years. So don't even, you know what I mean? I started this when I was like 15. No cap, 15.
Yeah.
I was on Instagram like 18, 19. I got viral, but 21, 22 years old. But, and another thing I want to promote is just, first off, before I even promote myself, I ain't going to be selfish. I'm going to promote the hustlers. Anybody out there doing something. Whether you got a clothing line, podcast, shout out to Tevin. Whatever you got going on out there, whether you got any business, you know what I mean? I'm promoting them, black businesses. You know what I mean? Like, I'm promoting positivity, people who support each other. And then I'm going to promote myself. I got a bonnet line out there, VonteBonnets.com. That changed my life. You know what I mean? I got my clothes on there too. I'm Vonte.com. My YouTube channel is going crazy with the hood vlogs. And, I just promote that. Prosperity, man. Like, keep going. Keep God first. That's what we promoting, man. No more violence. No more crazy stuff. Like the drill culture and all that. I know y'all like, little kids like that, but what that get people? Get money.
Appreciate that.
Get money.
Thank you.
For real. You already know. I appreciate you, though, for real, yo.
Yeah,
Already, for sure.
I appreciate you.
Already.
Sure. Yeah.
Shit.
We can wrap that up. What about it?